Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Popo here bringing guys a new video, and today we're going to see if AI can make a Regulation G team. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, and today we're going to be seeing if AI can make a Regulation G team. This is the first time we're going to see if it can put a restricted into the team and make the team viable. We did this in Regulation H, and we had some mixed success. Actually, AI was positive going into those games, so can't really complain about that. But today is Regulation H, but before I get into the video, I just want to remind you that the Shiny Rayquaza raids are out, and my friend Donald Plays has a really great guide on how to beat it really quickly, so make sure you guys check that out. Link will be down in the description. But I already have a prompt up ready to go. If you guys don't know the rules, I put a prompt in. It gives me a team. I have 5 attempts to change that team. I can do 2 different changes on that specific attempt, so technically 10-ish changes, but they can't be super specific. So I can't be like, can you change this Mimikyu to Incineroar? Rather, I would have to put in something like, can we change the Mimikyu into a Pokemon that has Intimidate? And then it might give me a Pokemon that has Intimidate. It might not be Incineroar, though. Even if I put a Fire type with Intimidate, it probably will give me Arcanine. So we can't be super specific, but we can give it some prompts. So here is the prompt that we're going to start with. Let me throw this in here. Can you make me a Regulation G Pokemon VGC team? Since it's Regulation G, the team must include 1 restricted legendary Pokemon and can include any other Pokemon that is available in the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon games, including non-restricted legendaries and Paradox Pokemon. When making the team, please include 1 Pokemon that can use the move Tailwind. Also, make sure all Pokemon have Terra types that are different from their original type. So we saw in the past that it was just giving Terra types of the type of the Pokemon. So I put a little keywords in there to try to change that up. Also, we are signed into ChatGPT, unlike before where we were doing it on the completely free version. So we're going to see if that changes it and see if it's more like specific or does a better job. So let's send that. I know it takes a little bit longer to actually respond rather than the other one. So we will see how this goes. Oh, we are going for a Groudon team. Okay, here we go, boys. Starting off interesting already. We have Groudon with Drought Life Orb. Ghost Terra. I'm not sure about Ghost Terra. 252 4. And we're going fast Groudon. I guess since we're going Tailwind, I probably want that. Jolly, that might be something that we look to change. Moves, Precipice Blades, Fire Punch, Sword Dance, and Protect. That's pretty standard. Heat Crash might be a little bit better than Fire Punch, but, you know, it is what it is. Groudon sets up Intense Sunlight to boost fire moves and disrupts water-type moves. I thought it said Grass for a second. Terra Ghost allows Groudon to avoid fighting and normal moves like Fake Out. That's fair. Sword Dance is pretty good because you can go for Terra Ghost Sword Dance, and they're not expecting that, I can guarantee you. Next, our Tailwind setter is going to be Tornadus Therian Form. Perfect. Actually, no, Therian Form's the good one, right? I always get them confused. Yeah, Incarnate Form is the... Wait. No, Therian Form's the one with Regenerator, right? Hold on. I always get them. Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna have to change that. We could just say, can you change the form of Tornadus? That's one of our prompts. Prankster, Focus Sash, of course. Water Terra is something. 252 HP, 252 speed, Timid, Tailwind, Taunt, Hurricane, Icy Wind. Not a bad moveset, that's for sure. All we gotta do is use one of our prompts to change this to Incarnate Form, which is, we could just say, can you change the form of the Tornadus we're using? And it's not specific, but it'll change it. Hopefully. Tornadus provides reliable speed control with Tailwind and utility with Taunt. Terra Water adds bulk against ice and rock types, I guess. Iron Bundle, Quark Drive, Booster Energy, of course. Electric, we're Timid, so we're going to get that booster speed, so it's going to be very fast. Hydro Pump, Freeze Dry, Icy Wind, Protect. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. With the booster energy, we're going to be able to get those icy winds off. And since we are running fast Groudon, we're probably going to be faster than a lot of things. Iron Bundle pressures water types with Freeze Dry and uses Icy Wind for speed control. Terra Electric provides electric and boosts Thunderbolt if needed. Yeah, okay. It boosts Thunderbolt. You gotta love that. Armarouge. Ooh. Flashfire safety goggles with Grass Terra. I don't know. We might have to ask just to change Armarouge into a different Pokemon. Expanding Force, Heat Wave, Trick Room, Protect. Maybe. Hold on. If it gives us Indeedee female, maybe we might be in a good position. Armarouge is a Trick Room setter that synergizes well with Drought. Terra Grass resists water and ground moves, covering its weaknesses. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Modest is good. HP, yeah, that's fine. Like, the set is good. Like, I don't hate this. I don't really like Safety Goggles plus Grass Terra, though. We'll see. Goldango, it loves Goldango. Good as gold. Choice specs, Flying Terra, which would be good if we were running Earthquake. 252 HP, 252 special attack. So this is a bulky one with Modest, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast. Goldango provides incredible damage with choice specs. Terra Flying lets it dodge ground moves and gains useful resist. And last one is Great Tusk. Assault Vest, Great Tusk, Terra Fairy, EV's 252 attack, 252 speed, Adamant, Headlong Rush, Close Combat, Ice Spinner, and Knockoff. Great Tusk is versatile, physical attacker. Terra Fairy mitigates Dragon, Dark, and Fighting weaknesses. Do we have those weaknesses? We don't have a Dragon or Dark weakness. So, let me know if you want to adjust the team. Yes. Okay. So we do want to adjust the team. I think we want to get rid of Tusk for sure. I like the first 3 Pokemon, and we want to change this to an Adamant nature. So if we could just go, can you replace... well, do we want to replace Great Tusk? Because he does get boosted. Oh, he does get boosted from the sun, right? So he's going to do a ton of damage. Ooh. But he's kind of inconsistent, right? Oh, man. That's a tough one. Can you change Groudon's nature to a more attacking one? Also, can you change which form of Tornadus? I think that's alright. We're using, since Therian doesn't get Prankster. Okay, let's see. We got... can you change Groudon's nature to a more attacking one? Also, can you change which form of Tornadus we're using since Therian doesn't get Prankster? Okay. Let's see what it says. Here's the revised team. Okay, yep. So Adamant nature, perfect. Incarnate form, perfect. So that's good. Okay. All right. Like it. I like it so far. We don't need 2 ground types, so I guess Great Tusk has to go. Is it ground type? Oh god, it's been so long. I think it's ground type, right? It's gotta be. Great Tusk, yeah, ground fighting. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Can you replace Great Tusk with another Pokemon that has photosynthesis? I think that's how you spell it. What else do we want to change? Is there a Terra type that we would like changed? Man, I don't know if we should just ask for Armarouge to be removed and switch it to a different Pokemon. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. Armarouge to a different Pokemon. All right, so we should get 2 new Pokemon here. It's going to be our second prompt. Okay, so yep, we still got Groudon, of course. Perfect. Tornadus, Incarnate this time. Fluttermane. Okay, we're adding Fluttermane. It's going to be Booster Energy. Ooh, are we losing Iron Bundle? This is going to be Steel Terra. So this is going to be Speed Booster. Mystical Fire is pretty good because we do have the Sun. Fluttermane provides a special attacker and pairs well with Drought, boosting Mystical Fire's power. Terra Steel adds durability against Fairy and Steel moves. That's fine. Replacement for Armarouge is Torkoal. I don't think we need Torkoal. Heat Rock, Grass Terra is interesting. Eruption, Heat Wave, Solar Beam. Iron Bundle still here. We can't have 2 booster energies. Okay, so we're going to need to change that in Goldango. So it replaced the Fluttermane, which is perfectly fine. But we're gonna have to ask to replace Torkoal again. Can you replace Torkoal to a faster Pokemon. And we can only have one booster energy on the team, so one needs to change to a different item. All right, so we got, can you replace Torkoal to a faster Pokemon, and we can only have one booster energy on the team, so you need to change that to a different item. So we're going to send that and see what happens. This is going to be prompt number 3, so we're going to have 2 more prompts after this one. Restricted, still Groudon. Luckily, it's not changing that. Tailwind is Tornadus. Perfect. Fluttermane is going to keep that booster energy, it looks like. Chi-Yu. Okay. Okay, I like that. Iron Bundle is going to get the Focus Sash. So Choice Scarf, Chi-Yu. Okay. Okay, I don't hate that at all. I think this team is actually pretty solid. Terra Grass. Do we keep Terra Grass? Or is it Terra Ghost? Because I could ask for Terra Ghost in a way that it would definitely switch it. I feel like Iron Bundle. I feel like the items should switch, so maybe that's our next thing. This version prioritizes speed and synergy. Let me know. Can you switch Fluttermane's item with what's his face, Iron Bundle? And can you change use Terra type to make it immune to Fake Out? All right. So for our 4th prompt, we have, can you switch Fluttermane's item with Iron Bundle? And can you change Chi-Yu's Terra type to make it immune to Fake Out? That's still not super specific. If I was like, I feel like that's fine. It's kind of cheating the system a little bit, maybe. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. All right. So there we go. We got our Tornadus, of course, still going with him. Then we got our Fluttermane. Now is Focus Sash, which I like a little bit better because it's going to get that boost off the sun anyways. Choice Scarf, so we're going to be super, super fast. It's modest as well. Iron Bundle, we're going to get that speed boost off the booster energy, so we're going to be super, super, super fast. I like it. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to change? Groudon, do we want a different Terra type? Nah, that's probably fine, right? Tornadus, do we want a different Terra type? Maybe we use our last one to change this to try to change it to Steel or Poison. Make it better against Fairy types, or make it better against Electric. Give it an immunity to Ground types. Might be to Electric types. Might be the play. Oh, wait, we have 2 Focus Sashes. Oh, we need to get this Focus Sash off of this to Covert Cloak. Okay. Here's our next prompt. Change Tornadus item to an item that gives it immunity to Fake Out. And, do we use the last bit of this to change this to Steel or Poison? I think we might need to. It's tough. It's really tough. I don't like flying on this either. Actually, no. And change Tornadus Terra type to give it an immunity to electric attacks. Okay. Our last prompt is going to be, can you change Tornadus' item to an item that gives it immunity to Fake Out, and change Tornadus' Terra type to give it immunity to electric attacks? So this should change it to Covert Cloak and Ground Terra. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Covert Cloak, perfect, and Ground Terra. Let's go, baby. Okay, this team is kind of cooking, though. This team is kind of cooking. All right, give me a team sheet that I can paste into Pokemon Showdown and make sure they're all level 50. All right, here we go. Here we go. We might, when I've done this before, I've needed to change the nature still, so might have to still change the nature. But we got a team, and it looks spicy, boys. It looks super offensive. Hopefully, Uh, hopefully we don't run into a trick room, like hard trick room, because I don't think we're gonna do it. Oops. Okay, save. Did it do it? Oh, it did the natures this time. Okay, perfect. Maybe they fixed that. All right. So let's go through the team real quick. So we have Groudon, the Ghost Hair with Life Orb, Drought, Precipice Blades, Fire Punch, Sword Dance, and Protect. Not a huge fan of Groudon in this format, just in general, because he can miss Precipice Blades. So, and then we have, of course, the Adamant 252, 252. So he's going to have 142 speed. I think after an Icy Wind, we outspeed most of the legendaries with that. I just don't know if we outspeed Calyrex, Shadow Rider, if it's max speed. I'm not really sure. Next, we have Tornadus, Incarnate. Oh, hold on. It has to be fixed. Oh, that's Tornadus. There we go. Item covert. There we go. Oh, it doesn't have any of it. Oh, did it all push down? No, it's if they put a Pokemon here, I guess it just messed it up. Tailwind. It gave it Hurricane, right? Hurricane, Icy Wind, Taunt. Sorry about this, guys. Icy Wind, okay. And it was 252 HP, 252 speed. Just, it is what it is kind of thing. It was Timid, and the 4 went into Special Defense, I guess, for some reason. All right, so, and Ground Terra. We definitely don't want to miss out on that. So we have Tornadus with the Covert, Cloak, Prankster, Tailwind, Taunt, Hurricane, Icy Wind, 252, 252, Timid. We have Fluttermane, Steel Terror, Focus Sash, Photosynthesis, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Mystical Fire, and Protect. Mystical Fire is going to get boosted off the ground so we could get some extra little bit of damage there. Next, we have Chi-Yu with Choice Scarf, Beads of Ruin, Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, Overheat, and Solar Beam. I didn't even know it gets Solar Beam. It does not get Solar Beam. So we're running 3 moves. Sure. we're running. Well, there's only 3 moves we need, let's be honest. 252, 252, Modest. So this works off of both of Tailwind, and it works off of Groudon, boosting it. Next, we have Iron Bundle. It's going to be Hydro Pump, Freeze Dry, Icy Wind, Protect. And it's going to be Booster Energy with Speed, since it's 252, 252. Reality, like, this is kind of what you want. You kind of want it to be like this, and then a bunch in its bulk, but we can only do what we can do. And then we have Gold Dango. So Chi-Yu actually pairs really well here. This is going to be 252, 252 HP, and then it's going to be Choice Specs with some moves and Flying Terror for some reason, but it's going to be a little bit bulky, still with that super high attack, and next to like a Chi-Yu, it's going to do massive amounts of damage. So our team's going to revolve around Chi-Yu, and then trying to do some stuff with Groudon, I think, is kind of where we are. So, yeah, here we go. Yeah. I'm a little worried. Okay. So they got Landorus and Tornadus. They do have a Trick Room as well, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I think we just go Chi-Yu and Goldango, and then we can have Groudon and... Oh, man. No. Do we? I think it's actually Tornadus. Tornadus, Iron Bundle, Groudon. I'm not agreeing to open team sheets. Sorry, this isn't what we're doing here. My bad. And then Fluttermane, I think. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, perfect. This is actually perfect lead for us. We can go for Taunt here, and we can go for the Freeze Dry onto Landorus just to do some damage. And since we get the Taunt on Porygon, he cannot go for the Trick Room. So this is a pretty good turn for us, I think. It's going to either force Landorus to Terrasilize, which would be fine, or it's going to force it to switch out. But we will take the Terrasilization, and yeah, we'll go down here. That's fine. Okay, we go out Groudon now. And we'll go for Icy Wind, and we will go for... What do you go for? Shadow Ball? We'll go for Sword Dance. Of course, we missed the Ursaluna. It's fine. Okay, Burn. 205. So if he is max, he's slower now, right? So what we can do is we can just go for a Hurricane onto Ursaluna, and we can go for Precipice Blades. Ah, we missed. Nice, but we get the crit, so let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes, Groudon, baby. Let's go. That was actually really good. Our lead was very, very good into theirs since we did have the taunt. They didn't go for the Trick Room, but we did have the taunt, and we had the pressure on the Landorus forcing into their Terrestrialization, which makes it worse against Groudon now because he can't go for, you know, just being immune. Though we do have Fire Punch, so we still had a lot of pressure. I think at +2, Fire Punch still KOs potentially. But those Precipice Blades is so strong, it forced him to have to switch out at least one of them. I know if he went for Ice Beam, we would take some damage, but I wasn't too worried about it. I didn't think it was going to do that much damage. And since he went with Shadow Ball, I'm guessing he doesn't have Ice Beam because Shadow Ball is just better in this format. What boost did he get? I don't remember. Yeah, he did get a special attack boost, which could be a little scary if we go up against Porygons in the future, but for right now, we're good. We're good. The team felt kind of nice. Here we go. This is what we did not want to see. I think we go for Chi-Yu Goldango, though, because we can put a lot of pressure on with Chi-Yu Goldango. And then we can have Groudon and I guess Fluttermane in the back. I don't really know. I don't really know. But we just got to try to get as much damage down as we possibly can. Okay, so he's going to go with these two. We can go with Groudon here, and I think we always just go for Shadow Ball into Alechi. No, we always go Make It Rain, right? Yeah, we always go Make It Rain. Electroweb's fine, and we should also eat this Ivy Cudgel, and then we should get this Make It Rain off, and bop, and bop. Yep, nice. Okay. We're going to protect, and we'll just click Make It Rain again. As he goes for the Power Whip, which is fine. And we get that Make It Rain off to knock out the Ogre Pawn. Perfect. Alright. So he goes, okay, that should be fine, right? I think we just Sword Dance and just Make It Rain. Because we want, oh yeah, we don't have, I think it's Fire Punch here and Make It Rain. And then Chi-Yu. Okay, Precipice Blades and Overheat. Precipice Blades. And Overheat, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then we have Fluttermane, which we can go. I wish we had Dazzling. If we had Dazzling, this would be over, but I think we do this. And then we Moonblast. Ah, come on, dude. Oh, he double protects. Okay. Double protect. We still have to Moonblast here. Dang. That was a good double protect, to be fair. Yeah, it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. What did he end up going with? Okay, high horsepower. He could have missed there, but I couldn't have won. I needed Dazzling Gleam. If I had Dazzling Gleam, we would have taken the W there. I guess Dark Pulse was the play, but I think Overheat still does more damage. And maybe just knocking out the Landorus was the play, and Terrestrializing Groudon could have won us the game too. It's kind of hard to say. I think we needed to knock out the Landorus, though. I think I misplayed by maybe going into the Caly-Rex, because I think that Chi-Yu plus Flutter Mane just wins on the next turn, even if I don't Terrasilize the ground on there. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough team for us, though, because our team is so fast, though. He did not go for the Trick Room stuff like I thought he might. But I think that's where we fell off a little bit. So we need Tornadus here. I think we can go Tornadus Iron Bundle. Is it, though? Is it Tornadus Iron Bundle, or is it Tornadus Flutter Mane? I think it's Tornadus Flutter Mane. And then we get there's so many fires types. Like bruh, relax. I guess it's this and this. I don't know, this is a little tough, this one. I think this is our team's pretty bad against this one as well. They just have pressure on what we are doing, but they have more pressure on what we're doing. Like Goldango here is pretty pointless. So yeah, it just makes it a little tough. We always taunt here, and we always just go for a Moon Blast into Tornadus, I think. Yes, nice. Caught him. Caught him, boys. Caught him. Let's go. Let's go. We just taunt here, and what does he got left? We always just Shadow Ball Lilligant. Bop. Okay. And now we Tailwind, and we Moonblast Lilligant. No, we always Shadow Ball. Tailwind and Shadow Ball. No, Tailwind and Mystical Fire. The reason why Mystical Fire is it goes out with any of the other Pokemon, it's going to get a lowered special attack, and we still get the knockout on Lilligant, so it still puts us in a pretty good position. So yeah, we get Tailwind off, knock out the Lilligant, so that's the biggest threat against our team. Goes for Bleak Wind, he misses Flutter Mane, doesn't get a speed drop on Tornadus, which is perfect for us. We're going to go for Icy Wind here, and we will go for, I guess it's just Moonblast in the Tornadus. Yeah. Okay. Let's go down, but we still got Tailwind, so we're doing all right. And we can just Freeze Dry and Fire Punch Charizard, I think. Is it Freeze Dry? Yeah, so we don't miss. I think it's enough. I think it's enough. Yep, perfect. And now it's just Tornadus. Yep, perfect. Nice. We get our second win. What we did well there, I think our lead was just very, very good. We predicted that the Tornadus would switch out to go into something else, and even if it didn't, we'd just get damage on it, and all he would get in return is setting up a Tailwind. So we would do, you know, it ended up doing 50%, so we didn't know that, but we knew it would do some pretty good damage and put it into position later on to be knocked out and break a potential Focus Sash, but also being able to taunt into the Lilligant meant that it couldn't go for the Sleep Powder, but it was likely that maybe he switches into the Tornadus to get the speed boost without having to go for Tailwind if we tried to taunt his Tornadus, and then he would still get the Sleep Powder off. But we made the right call, and we Moonblasted and knocked out his Restricted on turn 1. So that was a really good setup for us, and then just left him with the Tornadus, which can't really do anything into my two Pokemon. All right. This is a very interesting team. Seems like Chi-Yu's probably going to be pretty decent here. We can go for like a Chi-Yu Iron Bundle and put a lot of pressure on the whole team. And then, because what's his max speed? 277. I think he goes to like 300 and something. So yeah, that should be fine. Of course, we want Groudon. And then the last one's definitely Goldango, I think. Yep, there's Azumarill. There's Grimmsnarl. Perfect. We're going to Terastallize here. Because Aqua Jet won't be enough. We're going to Terastallize, and we will Heat Wave, and then we also go for the Freeze Dry onto Azumarill. Get a ton of damage. Potentially get a burn. Goes for the Belly Drum. Unfortunately, that does not work. All right, we can go for the Heat Wave again, and we go for another Freeze Dry. Heat Wave, Freeze Dry. Puts us in a pretty good position. We could also switch, but no, I think Heat Wave, Freeze Dry is the play. This Corviknight, Sucker Punch. Okay, it's Sucker Punch Grim, which is a little bit annoying. It is what it is. How much did that do? Freeze Dry to 23. So now we go out to this. And we just go for another Freeze Dry into Corviknight this time. Again. Not this time. Again. We go out to Groudon. This is going to prevent the Sucker Punch from coming out. We get the knockout onto the Corviknight. Now we have the Stun Up as well. And we're pressuring Grimmsnarl. Okay. He's going to get rid of that. And we are going to go for a Sword Dance. And we will go for a Protect. Nice, nice. We go for Fire Punch here, and we will go out to Goldango. Also, my Groudon is faster than their Rayquaza, so that's really interesting. Bop. And we take out the Rayquaza in a single hit. Now we have Goldango out there, and it's over. And that's it. We went 3-1 with this team. What went well there is that I had a feeling they were going to lead with the Azumarill. I didn't know what the other Pokemon would be, but if it was anything but Regieleki, we just had a lot of offensive pressure onto their team with both of our Iron Bundle and our Chi-Yu just applying tons of pressure. We went for the Heat Wave just in case there was a Terastallization into, let's say, grass. I don't because sometimes that happens, but yeah, the Heat Wave just puts a lot of pressure onto that. Of course, with the Choice Scarf, we're always going to be faster, and then with the Iron Bundle, we can go for the Freeze Dry, which is always going to output a ton of damage into Azumarill, and it prevents it from going for that Belly Drum, which is really, really nice. Grimmsnarl wasn't putting any pressure on until we Terastallized into Ghost type. In doing so, we actually became weak to the Sucker Punch, which isn't a super common move on Grimmsnarl, but it's definitely not uncommon, so make sure you pay attention to that, especially if you're running those Caly-Rex. Shadow Riders, make sure you guys have some like negation of priority moves. And then I knew Rayquaza couldn't put any pressure on Groudon as it doesn't really get any ice moves. I believe it gets like Ice Beam, but it's unlikely that they're going to run Ice Beam. So I knew I could get up that that Sword Dance. And them Terastallizing into the Steel type actually made sense into my Iron Bundle, but what they didn't account for was my Fire Punch at +2 was going to be enough to knock out through a Reflect, which was really, really strong. And Grimmsnarl stands here looking at me, well, an Azumarill at 36% is sitting in the back where I can now just go for Precipice Blades plus a Make It Rain, and there's nothing they can really do to prevent that. So we're just going to put a ton of pressure. If they do end up knocking out, we still have the Iron Bundle in the back that can just go for Freeze Dries and just take knockout on Azumarill. So we just need to get rid of the Grimmsnarl, which this would more than likely do. And with this not being able to go for Aqua Jet for any damage because of the sun, we're in a very, very good position. So yeah, really great game. I feel like we played that very, very well. But Oh God, excuse me. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys do thumbs it up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you guys do so. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.